I'm here for your viewing purposes, Sergeant Mode. I know you've been waiting up in Sergeant Mode. I'm here for you. Time, come out to play. Where the hell time at? Time, come out to play.
Slapper. If I could go dreads, I'd go dreads for this one. Shout out to Legend E40. Hey, I'm in the bay with it. Yeah. This right here is a slapper. Yeah. Come on. This right here is a slapper. Yeah. Come on. This right here is a slapper. Yeah. This right here is a slapper. Yeah, this beat is my bitch, I'm a pimp. Slapper. I'm in the club trying to fuck something after. Real trap nigga sell a perk to a pastor. When I'm done with this hoe, you can have her. I'ma find something better. Yeah. And if the pussy good, nigga, I'ma tag her. Ain't a nigga in this game that wanna battle. I'm a king on the throne in my castle. Yeah. She get freaky when I'm Molly in the capsule. Beat banging like 96. But I never snitch like a 6'9". Nope. Pull up in a 6'4". Going up the motherfucking west side. Crips riding with me like it's 92. New J's on Carolina Blue. Getting to the bag like I'm Uncle Scrooge. Yeah, I've been through a lot and got a lot to prove. This right here is a slapper. 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 This right here is a slapper.
Bustin' the dough like purple, nigga smoking purple. Pull off in my whip, screech, huh? Lisa Turtle. Bitch body and bag of her, man, she wear a girdle. Put the condom on my dick because the bitch is fertile. Beat slapping like he 40 on it. Got my little Brody on it. All the smoke, you know we want it. LA shit, West Coast, we stay lit. Volume 10, nigga, stay with the pistol grip. 2 chains on my neck, no titty boy. Knock a beat out the ring, huh, like my name was Roy Jones. Take that, huh, Sean Combs. And if she ain't fucking, she could catch a Uber home. No dreads, but go dumb with the ball head. Boys got a high success rate like the feds. Throwing a towel, y'all little dogs, bow wow. And I'm a big dog, get you up like Puppy Chow.
This right here is a slapper. 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 This right here is a slapper.
I ain't on my shit, I ain't feeling myself. Yeah, I keep a bad bitch on my whole top shelf. Like my nigga said, this right here is a slapper. Look for it in your baby mama favorite rapper. Go stupid, go down. I don't give a bitch nothing but hard dick and bubble. From the Bay to LA, all my niggas getting rich. Do the hawk on the hawk.
Welcome to our Election Night coverage 2024 right here on the Black Star Network.
Some people prematurely trying to bring
I get on that bitch feels like fun.
Should have been the way to call that. No, that there is a
gas ain't gon' eat paper plates on the tip it tycoon. All my niggas do is sumo. Niggas mad cause they bitch wanna kick it like judo. Coach.
This right here is a slapper. 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 This right here is a slapper.
That right there is a slapper. This damn video got to be a slapper. I got to get this damn video to unmute. How you unmute this thing? Where the damn mute button at? Let me get something up out of here. Bam. Let me get that out of here. Is that the unmute button? Is unmute right here? Where the hell the unmute button? Do we have to go? I'll have to go to a whole nother page. But get Jasmine the whole Crocket out of there, right? Hot Crocket. Hot Crocket is on one. They got the most ghetto-ass person in Congress ever running the damn Democratic Party. You know, if they would have done that, they could have just got Young Thug to run the damn party or something like that. You know, if they're gonna get somebody like that, let's go ahead and just go all out and get the whole damn thing. This don't go halfway with it. Let me see if I can refresh this thing. Oh, it's still muted. Let me go to history. Let me go to history. Let me go to a whole nother page. Let me go to a whole nother page and go to history and do it like this. Right? Because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Let me go right here. Because we're going to celebrate. Hi, Crocket. Look, this is why we never believe what the Democrats say, right? Because, right, remember when they was doing the polls, this is why you can never believe the polls when they be like, oh, Donald Trump approval rating is at an all-time low and it's dropping. Then you got one poll like Donald Trump is the highest ever been compared to him, and and things like that, But you got the polls that always lying, especially when the election was around, right? Remember they was talking about the polls, how close the polls was, and how many states Donald Trump was going to lose, and about the black women was going to step up, and the immigrant population, and white educated women. They was depending on all kinds of people, right? Even when they saw Donald Trump was winning by a landslide, they were still in denial, like, well, Kamala can come on back. I'm like, how? It's not enough votes to come on back. They was at 99%, right, with the votes counted in, right, and Kamala Harris down by 30,000 votes, and they're like, well, we still got some votes to count. Like, how's 99% done came in? It's only 1%. It's 15 votes out there. You and Kamala down by 30, and you still talking about, well, maybe she's going to come on back. No, she's not, stupid. That happened just like in the Hillary. They just knew Hillary was going to win. And every time they read the election results, oh, Donald Trump has won this. Oh, Donald Trump has won that. It was the same thing with Kamala Harris. Especially this nigga. He was sitting up there. He was being the main contributor, telling people, calm down. Calm down. It's all going to work out. You remember like that, who was that? Like Officer Barb Brady on The Simpsons. There's nothing to see here. Is that him? Calm down. There's nothing to see here. Donald Trump is finna lose. Kamala Harris is going to come on through, or people are not going to let us down. I keep telling y'all this. We're going to win the Congress. We're going to win. I mean, he was just sitting up there lying till the wheels fell off, right? And what happened was with the Democrats, right? I noticed something. When the Democrats are wrong about something and then they lose, right? They try to say stuff like, well, y'all won and this is what y'all going to get and y'all going to get what y'all... They try to play the blame game after that, right? Instead of saying we lost, y'all won, we're going to regroup, try better next time. Oh, yeah, y'all won, but this is what y'all going to get, and this is what happened, and this is why y'all won, because of white supremacy, and y'all going to happen, this is going to happen, and watch what's going to happen to y'all. And, I mean, it done turned from y'all going to lose to when we won, they still threatening us. Watch what's going to happen to y'all. Watch what Donald Trump going to do to y'all. Oh, this is what y'all don't get exactly what y'all asked for, right? Instead of doing that, they double down. Right? They don't like, well, we wrong. Well, we're going to double down. And what happened was you motherfuckers lost. What happened was don't nobody support your party. What happened was you are in denial. Just watch this shit right here. Look how they in denial. Look how this nigga in denial.
24 right here on the Black Star Network.
Some people prematurely trying to grade where Georgia is. If you don't have the Metro and the Black Belt reporting, you don't know what Georgia's going to do.
NBC News projects that Donald Trump will win in Georgia when all the votes.
I know what Georgia's going to do. They're going to go Donald Trump. They said Donald Trump in Georgia. We don't know what Georgia's going to do. All y'all people talking about Georgia, and y'all talking about Donald Trump going to win Georgia. Just calm down. Y'all don't know what Georgia's going to do. Shit.
Votes are counted.
It turned late. I believe it'll turn late again.
Democrats have been turning out in huge numbers. We're also paying attention to the state of Iowa. Over the weekend, of course, the poll dropped showing that Vice President Kamala Harris was plus 3 points against Donald Trump in Iowa.
This past weekend, Harris fans, however, did get a boost when the Seltzer poll carried out for the Des Moines Register newspaper shows Vice President Harris ahead substantially of her Republican rival, 3 points in that state, Iowa.
Just a quick update from NBC News, Steve, now projecting that Donald Trump has won the state of Iowa. That's going to be...
That poll was a lie. When it was 3 points off, that was the dude with the keys, the number one poll y'all quoting off of from Iowa. All these keys was wrong. Right now, we're supposed to believe you on Donald Trump polling is low?
Be 6 electoral votes, and this one got a lot of attention in the last couple of days.
A lot of attention over the weekend.
Because of that Seltzer poll, which showed Harris up 3.
Yep, and she's not.
There are multiple pathways to her to get to 270 Electoral College votes. That's when she can declare victory. Paying attention to all of that.
that's when she can declare victory. They was hoping, it's like, it's plenty of pathways. He see him losing on the board. He watching the board, seeing Donald Trump get shit. He's still trying to say it's a pathway for her to get to 270. No, it's not. It was a landslide all night. They called it early.
To understand what is going on. Now, Jonathan Martin with Politico earlier tweeted that his sources were saying that if suburban women outside of Philadelphia do what they do, they're definitely going to win Pennsylvania.
We are now projecting that Donald J. Trump will win the state of Pennsylvania.
So we've been seeing reports of massive Latino turnout in Pennsylvania as well.
Harris is getting in Pennsylvania 58% of the Latino vote. Biden beat Trump with Latinos in Pennsylvania by 42 points. So that is a huge movement for Trump in narrowing that gap.
Now remember, 500,000 Puerto Ricans live in Pennsylvania. And that comment at that Donald Trump hate fest at Madison Square Garden really ticked off a number of those folks. And so we're seeing Latino voters, not just Puerto Ricans, really speak about what took place. And so we're watching that.
It's a white supremacy agenda. This is all about white supremacy. Even their anti-trans kids bill.
White supremacy, right? Everything about white supremacy, kids trans bill, Donald Trump, DOJ, his hiring of the elite, all that shit is Nazi white supremacy tendencies.
That's a white supremacist deal. And honestly, as far as I'm concerned, we're dealing with a white supremacy issue when it comes to the abortion pill issue that they wanted to add to the call. Because when we look at the growth in this state over the last 10 years, over 80% of the growth has been due to people of color, not white folk.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it's a white supremacy agenda. Said that actually the
white folks, this hoe is racist, right? I mean, how can, like, if you're gonna make her the face of your party and she just talking bad about white people like this, how is she gonna gain the white vote? How is she gonna get the independent vote? How is she gonna get people to cross over from Republican to Democrat if she getting on here straight bashing white folks?
The most educated demographic in this country right now is Black women. I am tired of the white tears. Listen, if you are competent, you are not concerned. When I walk into Congress every single day, you know why I don't feel away and why you can't make me doubt who I am? Is because I know that I had to work 10 times as hard as they did just to get into the seat. When you look and you compare me to Marjorie Taylor Greene or me to Lauren Boebert, there is no comparison.
Wait a minute. So they'd have to work twice as hard or 3 times as hard or 5 times as hard to beat the white women they was competing against, right? They not only competed against the Black women, they also had to compete against other white women, other Asian women, and other women just in her same mold and pedigree and everything. So she had to work twice as hard as the average motherfucker too to even be a businesswoman, entrepreneur, or anything you may add. So she still work out all kind of shit. So Marjorie Taylor Greene, just because she white don't mean she had it easy, or don't mean she made it easy. She probably worked just as hard as you.
And that is the life that we have always lived. So the only people that are crying are the mediocre white boys that have been beaten out by people that historically have had to work so much harder.
A congresswoman from North Texas is causing controversy over recent comments she made about Governor Abbott. Fox's Stephen Dial explains.
Dallas Congresswoman Jasmine Crocket is being called out by other elected officials for her comments last Saturday at a human rights campaign event.
Y'all know we got Governor Hot Wheels down there. Come on now. And the only thing hot about him is that he is a hot mess.
I don't know how the Democrats came to appoint Jasmine Crocket as the unquestioned leader of your party, but thank God. And I think what she should do is go on TV twice as much as she is right now, maybe 3 times as much, because every time she appears and makes one of these mistakes, says something radical, it only further divides her party from the rest of the other 80% of America who can't stand this.
For some of us, you know, it's been a
right. And before, look, and when the election night, right, the Black people on this panel, they was really frustrated, right, that Donald Trump was winning. and you can see all the racism. They got a lot of black people on this panel, no white people, all Kamala Harris supporters. Watch how the racism come out of their mouth and the anger come out of their mouth as Donald Trump winning, and the anger towards MAGA and everything like that. You can't tell me this is not racism or hatred.
A decade of fighting against Donald Trump's racism, against Donald Trump's hatred. You know, for me, you know, people say, you know, I say, look, y'all voted against Donald Trump 3 times. I voted against him 6 times. So I voted against him 3 times in the primaries. And so for me, this has been a fight from June 2015. And hopefully this is the last time we have to deal with this.
Thank you very much.
Well, nigga, it's not. You got to deal with it again. You lost.
We won.
In Pennsylvania, for instance, there was a massive ground game for the vice president. She spent a lot of time there yesterday, hitting 3 cities. He knocked on almost 1 million doors in Pennsylvania. And at the end of the day, that's how elections are won. It's absolute ground game.
So I'm on the that's how election won. That's how you annoy the shit out of people too with a ground game. Keep on knocking on people's door. You said 1 million doors. You didn't say you knocked on the same door 100 times. People was getting mad, like, damn, stop knocking on my door. I got the message. I'm not changing my vote. The white girl came out mad. You done knocked on 1 million doors, but you kept on knocking on the same damn door 100 damn times. That's not working.
And at the end of the day, that's how elections are won. It's absolute ground game.
So I'm on the list because I know I vote, but I don't vote all the time. So on the list, you guys know me, whatever.
Well, hey.
This has got to be like the 5th time that someone from Begich has got house. It's so annoying. You're not going to sway my vote.
I'll never forget one day I was at the gym. I will never forget this. Right up the street from my house on Sunset Boulevard. This man came into the gym dressed in MAGA from head to toe.
Oh, wow.
In Hollywood, up the street from West Hollywood. So we ran him up out of there,
We ran him up out of there. He came in his MAGA supporting his candidate and his party, right, on Sunset, so we ran him up out of there. What's that, the Maxine Waters treatment? We want you to surround them and push up on them and get them out of there. Huh? Y'all done the Maxine Waters? That's hate. It was a bunch of black people and a bunch of gay people because on Sunset Boulevard, that's Hollywood. If you're not hip to LA, that's Hollywood. That's where the gays at. So it was gays and black people teamed up on a white man to get him up out of there. Ha! Racism at its finest.
point being is in 2020 started to see people inching into areas that were once Democratic strongholds, right? And you have the
it had to be 6% to pass, but maybe a majority voted for it. In other words,
58.4.
Exactly. Wow.
Whoa, you see people creeping into Democratic strongholds. Ah!
There it is. These goddamn white supremacists. Understand
Right? That's racist. These goddamn white supremacists. That's racist as shit. Right? He just totally labeled a whole party because they voted one way. These goddamn white supremacists, they got the angriest black people on election night, right? They would have been happy as hell to come out and would have won, but now they angry as a motherfucker.
So yeah, 95% of the ballot-ins, there were 10,935,000 votes cast.
This country is faced with the problem that we've known all along. This is white supremacy. This shouldn't even be close.
Since the founding of this country, we have been dealing with the same people. Make no mistake, it is the same people. And it's a systemic failure by thinking, oh, they're just fringe elements, you know, on the fringe, and they're just conspiracy theorists. No, they have never been dealt with. They have never been dealt with. They have had carte blanche to own as many weapons as they want, to have as much property as they want. They have had carte blanche in this country since the founding of this country.
These motherfuckers is mad. They angry as fuck. Donald Trump got them in their emotions.
Is that there are a large number of white, male, uneducated voters.
Wow, they quick to say white, male, uneducated. White, male, and uneducated. White, male, and uneducated voters. Donald Trump going after the white male uneducated voters.
Low propensity and Trump propensity.
Whoa!
White male.
Low compensity and Trump compensity. They made a whole other category of compensity.
Uneducated voters in Pennsylvania that are keeping those numbers tight. That's really it.
Why does it fascinate you? Everybody knows that Pennsylvania. No. For election coverage here on the Black Star Network, folks are anxious, nervous. I'm not. Again, if you watch this show and you.
What a good feeling. We like winning, don't we? Huh?
What we do know is that Charlie Kirk and Elon Musk ran the ground game for Donald Trump. Now, when I heard that, I thought, okay, this might be a blue wave. I mean, I got a friend that said to me, you know, there could be a way, because those two idiots doing something that they've never worked on before, that told me this could be, you know, a short night. But apparently,
it actually hasn't come up tonight, and I was very interested it hasn't come up. America still hasn't elected a woman.
Yep. No.
And the fact of the matter is, again, this feels similar to 2016.
No, it doesn't.
Excuse me. Let me finish the point. This is still a nation that you have to crack a glass ceiling, and it was not going to be easy for a woman to win the presidency in this country.
Now they're making excuses. Cracking an egg on the ceiling. Nigga, she lost.
We have oh God, I'm really having a breakdown right now. If you know, I'm very serious.
Look, she about to have an emotional breakdown. Look, this bitch right here is about to have an emotional breakdown live on camera. She about to go from 0 to 100 because she's looking at the chalkboard and she's looking at the results board. She's like, oh, Donald Trump for the win. This bitch is having an emotional breakdown for the ages.
Oh God, I'm really having a breakdown right now. If you know, I'm very serious because this election, I don't care about this whole race thing. I don't care about this fucking like gender thing.
It's a gender.
No, listen. This is an existential threat.
Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda. Linda, listen. No, listen. I damn near want to watch that again. Listen, Linda. Hold on, listen. Listen, Linda. No, you listen. Listen, Linda. Oh, I gotta do it right here. Listen, Linda. Hey, you see, hey, she about to have a whole emotional breakdown because she don't know how to handle herself when she's talking about Donald Trump. She doesn't know how to handle herself. Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda.
Listen, if you
listen, Linda. She'll know how to handle her emotions when she handled it with Donald Trump, right? She'll know how to handle her emotions. Listen, Linda.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Like
Listen,
I do
Linda.
this all the time. And if I go out at the house with the door, Matthew has his toys, and then Matthew has all his toys.
Okay, but I have to yell at you guys.
Okay, Linda, listen, Linda. Listen.
Okay, what?
Like everything they do at this house, you can't trust everything at Grandma's house.
Okay.
Okay, then what?
Then you're not listening to me.
Then you're not listening to me.
I asked you not to do something.
Linda, but listen to me. Look at, if we do something, if you get that bird thing off, you're gonna break it.
Okay, but I'm letting you know
But
that you cannot. No,
Linda,
You're not listening to me.
Linda,
Listen to me now. Listen to me now.
Listen to me.
No, you're not listening. I said no cupcakes, and you try to get cupcakes, and you try to ask Grandma.
Linda,
Didn't you?
Linda, lick it. If we do something out this, if we get close, you can't even get them. You're gonna burn your butt.
What's gonna burn your butt? You and Kevin don't listen, so I have to give both of you guys pop-pows in your butt.
But Linda, but Grandpa's gonna give you peppers in the butt.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
I have to. You don't want me to hit Kevin, or you don't want me to spank you?
No.
Why?
Because anybody wants to spank me.
Then I have to spank Kevin.
But he's my little box.
He's your little pop-ups.
I'm coming here. Look. Now,
Well, you in timeout.
Look. My bracelet came out.
I'll put it back on. You in timeout.
It's no excuse.
Don't say you supposed to be back in timeout. I didn't say get out. You and Jayla in timeout.
Well, let me tell you this, Linda.
My name ain't Linda. So you sit right there in timeout, little bad little girl.
No, let me tell you something.
No, don't tell me.
If I wasn't here, I would surely take a day off from you and then a day off from these kids. I'm around the classroom. I'm just done with you.
I'm done with you too, but you in timeout.
Win the presidency in this country.
We have. Oh God, I'm really having a breakdown right now. If you know, I'm very serious because this election, I don't care about this whole race thing. I don't care about this fucking like gender thing.
It's a gender.
No, listen. This is an existential threat to all of us. And the fact that we're sitting here having this conversation right now is terrifying. And we're sitting here talking about it as if it's some sort of intellectual debate or discussion. We are falling fucking apart right now.
The Harris campaign.
Listen, Linda. Listen, we are falling apart right now. You can't look, not listening to Linda. We are falling apart. Donald Trump is ripping the country up. Oh, it can't be no peace talk. Oh, things are gonna go right. No, listen, bitch. We are excellent. I don't care about this transgender shit. I don't care about this border shit. We are at a transgender. We are at an exponential threat to democracy. Listen, Linda. You motherfucker. Linda don't want to hear that shit. Linda's like, bitch, come home. Linda, I will get a break from you and all these kids. I'm just through with you, Linda. I'm through. Wait a minute. I'm through with you, Linda. I'm through with you, Linda.
Oh, let me tell you something, honey. This is not gonna leave.
You gonna be in timeout?
Oh.
That's why you in timeout right now.
I think so.
I think so.
Well, when I get up out of town and go to bed, I will be glad to go home and enjoy the rest of my life. I completely quit school because all of you.
Oh, Linda.
I'm out.
Linda's crazy. Linda, I will be happy to go home away from all you crazy motherfuckers out here trying to teach us transgender shit and the boy is not a girl and all you motherfuckers is nuts. Let me up out of here. They're probably trying to teach her about the transgender shit. She's like, hold on, baby girl. I know a man is a man and a woman is a woman. You got all these kids believing this crazy shit. I need a break from all you motherfuckers. I need a break from all you sick motherfuckers. You up here teaching this shit? Listen, Linda, like you in timeout. Why? Because I won't call Kevin Keisha. Like I'm gonna stay in timeout. Listen, girl. Listen, Linda. My name is not Linda. My name is Keith. My name is Leroy. Like, no, your name is Linda, bitch. I know your real name is Linda. My name is Leroy. You gonna save me? You gonna call me Leroy? My name is Mr. Leroy. Bitch, your name is Linda. Listen, Linda. If this is my class, I will take a break, Linda. You can't, because you're teaching all this transgender shit. Evidently, you need some rest. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a lie. I got to get out of this motherfucker away from you. Why else does she want to get away from Linda? You know what I'm saying? She had no shit. You see all the other kids happy and shit in the background. This little girl like, oh no, I gotta get a vacation. I ain't never heard no little girl say, I need a vacation. I need a somebody get that girl a flight to the Bahamas or something for her summer break. She said, I need a vacation from all you crazy motherfuckers, especially you, Linda. And my name is Leroy. See what I mean? I need a vacation. Can't wait till I go home to tell my mama this shit. Listen, Linda.
Payne is looking at right now is they're saying, hey, we could win Georgia. The numbers are there. The votes are there. We could actually win Georgia. Win Georgia, it's a sigh of relief. Now you go, all right, you got to lock down Wisconsin and Michigan.
Look,
that's why I'm telling everybody who's at Howard, I'm telling everybody in this studio, I'm telling everybody who's watching, y'all gonna make me cuss in a second, but I'm literally saying, calm the hell down. This is about math. It's about math.
So
if they're concerned about economics, then they will vote for Vice President Kamala Harris. Okay, but they're using economics as a cover to really vote for white supremacy and vote for Donald Trump. Okay,
So Trump campaign feels.
What could that?
It's looking like, based upon the projections right now, it looks like Democrats will take the House. And Hakeem Jeffries
right on.
will become
Right
the
on.
first black speaker of the House. So what that means?
Keeping control of the House of Representatives.
That motherfucker said, Hakeem Jeffries, we're going to win, control the House. Hakeem Jeffries. Where was this nigga getting his stats from? Where was this nigga getting his information from? Hakeem Jeffries going to win the House.
So several different media outlets are now saying that Georgia has gone to Donald Trump. It looks like Democrats are going to control the House. So therefore, Jeffries will become the first black speaker of the House.
My goodness.
That's great.
My goodness.
There will be they will be able to stop a MAGA agenda. You can't get it past the House. It can't go to the Senate and get passed.
Right.
But you are going to see.
Again, I really.
That puts him over 270. And that's why the right is celebrating. The point we're just making, and y'all already know, I will never use the word president with his ass. Even when I met his ass, I wouldn't use it. I would not use it.
For now,
No.
MAGA is a continuation of white supremacy that started before 1619 in this country. So that's why I said I recognize, like, you know,
In a world where not one, but two Cheneys are supporting a Democrat, should have been.
Two Cheneys? Who give a fuck about two Cheneys? Not one, but two Cheneys. This should have went Kamala Harris' way. Two Cheneys?
The wake-up call that there is no more GOP. There's only MAGA.
Literally what I wanted to say in the beginning.
That might be the fun.
And so they have fallen for the greatest lie. They literally believe this man is an economic genius when he can barely read.
What?
No.
Having fights every day.
Right.
Like, I struggled to convince people that talented, brilliant, educated, caring, non-felonious, sane, black, and Asian woman was better than that degenerate.
Not everything in this world is.
Whoa, wait a minute. Look. This is going viral that she made a comment on Byron Donalds, you know what I'm saying, marrying a white girl, right? This is going viral right now. They done dug this up off the Breakfast Club. They done dug it up.
It's been fixed, but I can tell you that there's one team that is fighting every single day to make this world better. And there's another team that literally wants to delete our humanity and look at us and act as if we are not. My governor pardoned a police officer who was convicted by a jury of his peers for literally killing a Black Lives Matter activist.
Say his name, Governor Greg Abbott.
Governor Greg Abbott. And here's the problem. That happened maybe 2 weeks after the whole dog situation with Kristi Noem. Now, the whole country went crazy about her killing her dog. I keep trying to remind people that this country still values the life of a dog over our lives. And if we continue to put people into office, and that even means some of our skinfolk who definitely are not our kinfolk, such as Byron Donalds, who are going to continue to say that, like, I mean, the fact that you sitting around talking about life was better under Jim Crow, like, is this because you don't understand history? Or literally it's because you married a white woman and so you think that that whitewashed you? I'm not really sure.
Whoa. Right. So you said a man of color is a man of color marrying a white woman. There's something suspicious about that. Why is it that every time a black man marries a white woman, there's something suspicious, something crazy, right? But when a woman of color marry a white man, right, it's something different, right? It's something acceptable, right? All the women. Who did Joe Biden put in place? Ketanji Jackson. Her husband ain't black. Ilhan Omar, this whole color shit. Her husband ain't black. Kamala Harris, all this vote for black people. Her husband ain't black. Right? And the thing about Byron Donalds is you don't hear anything about Byron Donalds or Tim Scott or any of his wives or any of their wives being in any kind of scandals, right? You don't hear them about being in any kind of scandals or none of that shit or no kind of gay shit or using their wife or the man or like a Ketanji Jackson case. She wearing the pants. Her husband is a sucker ass dude living off her coattail. He's like the housewife. He's a real sensitive ass nigga. All their husbands are very sensitive, right? And all of them involved in some kind of scandal or one way or the other, right? So I don't understand how is it that when a black woman mess with a white dude or a woman of color mess with a white dude, it's acceptable. But like her, she want to drag her Byron Donalds through the mud. But she didn't drag Kamala Harris through the mud, right? She didn't drag Ilhan Omar through the mud. She didn't drag Ketanji Jackson through the mud. Now, did she? Let's go.
Like what it is,
Well,
but
he
I
couldn't even
need
be married to a white woman under Jim
correct. And it took Joy to call him out. So I'm like, bro, like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you saying? Like, he just out here, you know, I feel like they give him his talking points and he's like, yes, massa, I got it. And it's not enough. So neither party is perfect. I will agree with that. So people that take issue with both parties, I completely understand. There is no perfection that actually resides on this earth, but there is a party that at least is striving for a more perfect union.
What did you think when you heard him say that?
I have always thought Ketanji would be doing this job. When I interviewed to come to Georgetown, the chair at the time said, why do you want to come to Georgetown? And I said, because we need to be in DC because my wife is going to be a Supreme Court justice. So
He always knew.
He
always knew. I, of course, was like, yeah, right.
My admiration and love for Ketanji is palpable. Like it's like it's uncontrollable. Like this is not a volunteer. Yeah, like I wish it was controllable, but it is not.
So it wasn't a surprise when you heard Joe Biden say, I'm going to nominate a black woman to this.
No, I thought he said, I'm going to nominate Ketanji.
Like that's what you heard in your mind.
That's what I heard.
All right, Corin, what is Omar's connection to these accusations?
Karen, it's nothing directly. Her husband is Tim Minette, and his consulting firm Legal.
You see how sensitive her husband is? I had to tell him I had to move with my wife because my wife was going to be a Supreme Court justice. You know, he was going to be a nominee, so I had to move with her. I love her so much. No kind of man in him, right? But nobody talk about her marrying a white dude. Let's go on.
Nominate Ketanji.
Like that's what you heard in your mind.
That's what I heard.
All right, Corin, what is Omar's connection to these accusations?
Karen, it's nothing directly. Her husband is Tim Minette, and his consulting firm legally got about $3 million from her 2020 campaign.
During my first marriage, Kirsten and I went through some tough times on account of my actions, Emhoff said in a statement. I took responsibility, and in the years since, we worked.
What about Kamala Harris married an adulterer, right? Married a lying adulterer woman beater, right? She didn't come out and say nothing about that. Him marrying a white man.
Through things as a family and have come out stronger on the other side.
But she kin folks and skin folks and stuff like that. She Indian claiming Indian heritage and stuff like that, married to a white man, but all of a sudden she black doing an election, but she kin folk.
The teacher, Najan Naylor, moved to New York and now works as a senior executive at Audible.com. She lives in this converted barn in the Hamptons. The affair was on
A converted barn in the Hamptons. What, worth $8 million?
covered by right-wing conspiracy theorist Mark Mendlovitz.
Why is it important, do you believe, that this story be made public?
I feel like the American corporate media has been very unfair. They cover every controversy involving Donald Trump, but corrupt controversies involving Democrats.
Mendlovitz, whose social media is filled with anti-Kamala Harris posts and conspiracy theories about the 2020 election, claims the teacher got pregnant with Emhoff's baby.
You heard that she had become pregnant?
I did hear she became pregnant.
And what did you hear beyond that?
That's where the dead end seemed to be. None of the half dozen people I talked to ever knew whether she had had a child or not.
To be clear.
Whoa, huh? So what do Jasmine Crocket think about immigrants, right? What does she think about how important immigrants is compared to how important Americans is, right? Because we know she don't give a fuck about Americans, right? We know that, right? We know that off the bat. She don't give a fuck about American people, right? She don't give a fuck about straight people, black people, none of that, right? So what do she feel about the immigrants and their contributions to America?
Undocumented folk contribute approximately $100 billion in taxes. They pay into Social Security and they don't get to draw down on it. So stop, again, allowing them to divide us and to demonize them. It is not a criminal violation to enter the country illegally. It's not a criminal, it's a crime. It's not a crime, which is why they're so frustrated, because they really want our local law enforcement to go out and round up people when they could be looking out for the murderers and the sexual abusers as well as the robbers.
Wait a minute, the illegal immigrants, aren't they committing all the crimes you just said? Robbing, murder, rape, and all that? Ain't they committing all the crimes? So they knocking out two birds with one stone. They're looking for the murderers, the robbers, and the rapists that just happen to be immigrants. So they're knocking out two birds with one stone. They doing their job.
They want them to go and round people up on civil accusations.
Tonight, an alleged right. What about on gang accusations, right? What about the aliens out there who not accused of committing crimes, right? Not like, okay, this dude is allegedly committed a crime or something like that. We're not talking about them, dude. We're talking about the people that actually commit the crimes. The people are the gang leaders. Are we complaining about getting them people out too? Are we complaining about people bringing the drugs into the United States and killing people with fentanyl, or with guns, or with crack, or any other ailment, right? Are we complaining about them people too, that's bringing people over here that's joining gangs and holding people for ransom and taking over apartments? Also, it's a lot of that shit done stopped under Donald Trump. People are scared, right? Especially when Donald Trump is doing the job that the Biden administration couldn't do or wouldn't do.
Want them to go and round people up on civil accusations.
Tonight, an alleged top MS-13 leader is in custody in Northern Virginia. The feds teaming up with state and local law enforcement in a major operation to take him down. Fox 5's Nana Senyo Bonsu in Woodbridge tonight with the details.
About a mile away from here in Dale City is where agencies, including the FBI, captured a suspect connected to MS-13. Tonight, the White House is calling this operation a successful apprehension.
Just before 6 o'clock this morning, SWAT teams surrounded the home of 24-year-old Henry Villatoro Santos, believed to be one of the top 3 leaders of MS-13 on the East Coast.
They're one of the most dangerous gangs in our country.
The multi-agency operation led by the FBI blocked off Chippendale Circle. According to court documents, agents breached the front and back doors of the home, released a stun grenade before pulling the suspect out of the home. Authorities say they've had their eyes on his Dale City home where Santos lives with his mom for the entire month. Some of these agents are members of a special task force created by President Donald Trump. Their job is to locate and arrest illegal immigrants responsible for violent crimes in the country.
Over the last 4 weeks, we have gone to work untangling, gone to work putting together the cases and arresting these horrific criminals. These criminals that live in our neighborhoods.
Neighbors we spoke with still can't believe that a gang leader described as worst of the worst lived in their community.
We live in Prince William County.
Victor Angry is a Prince William County supervisor. The arrest happened in his district.
We've taken a high-profile criminal off the streets.
Santos was taken into custody on an outstanding immigration warrant. During the search of the home, officials say they found several firearms, ammunition, and 2 suppressors.
I am very ecstatically happy with the performance of today's action, and that is another step in the goal of us in public safety.
And tonight, Santos is being held at the Alexandria Adult Detention Center.
Woo, Alexandria Adult Detention Center, right? Well, you know where his ass is prime and ready to go, right? You know where his ass should be going. His ass should be going to where? El Salvador. Let's go.
Today and visiting this facility. And first of all, I want to thank El Salvador and their president for their partnership with the United States of America to bring our terrorists here and to incarcerate them and have consequences for the violence that they have perpetuated in our communities.
Come on through, come on through. Look at that. As an anonymous prison in El Salvador to promote Donald Trump's immigration crackdown, Naomi known for the tourist confinement. I gotta run outside quick. Which is holding members of the associated Trinidad and other dangerous gangs. Trump also expects a number of inmates covered in tattoos, including those bearing the letters MS. A reference to transitional MS-13 gang that originated in Los Angeles.
You come to our country illegally. This is one of the consequences you could face. First of all, do not come to our country illegally.
Now that sounds a whole lot different when Kamala Harris say, "Don't come to our country. Don't come here. Don't bring your ass over here." That sounds a whole lot different, don't it? She's standing behind the penitentiary saying, "Don't come over here." Kamala Harris was saying that shit behind the podium. It's a whole lot different. She looked like she made a whole lot better, different business than Kamala Harris.
Legally, you will be removed and you will be prosecuted. But know that this facility is one of the tools in our toolkit that we will use if you commit crimes against the American people.
President Trump authorized a controversy to deportation of hundreds of Salvadorian migrants to El Salvador. Remember that, Venezuelans to El Salvador. Remember that, Venezuelan gangs to El Salvador. So guess what Venezuela had to do? Trump administration defends his decision, but lawyers have questioned.
So this isn't, in that sense, this is good.
Justification is sending migrants who have not been convicted or charged with a crime to prison in a foreign country.
No tienen ningún antecedente penal ni en Venezuela ni en los Estados Unidos de América. Lo único que tienen ellos es ingresos a través de la CBP-1, que era una aplicación con la que ingresaban, otros inclusive que ya fueron decretados los refugios.
He's saying something about the CP1 app. CP1 app, even if you did come over here on the CP1 app, you have a date 2 months after you come over here to get your court date. And if you skip out of that court date, you know what I'm saying, that means you violated your order to come over here. So you got to get your court date. Some immigrants that came over here, got the little permission or whatever, right? And didn't go to their court, didn't go to their hearing to get their court date. You know what I'm saying? Some of them went, some of them didn't. So the ones who didn't go to their court date, they are illegal.
And so long as we live in a capitalist society, there's always going to be someone or a group of people that will do work that some of the rest of y'all don't want to do. These are the people that are really making us great in this country.
And as they have,
these are the people making us great in the country. The immigrants, not black people or Mexican people, the white people are Americans, but it's the immigrants.
decided to go after immigrants and these and things like that, and they've said, oh, they taking your black jobs. They taking your black jobs. Not really. They are obviously jobs that they want us to go back to, such as work in the fields, all right? Those immigrants that come into our country, they work the fields, something that we ain't done in a long time. And clearly, he is trying to make us go back to the fields.
His most recent controversial TikTok video, Moreno is telling his followers to avoid living on.
What about the immigrants that come over here, right, and live like him, right? Remember this immigrant? What about the immigrants that come over here and live off the system and beat the system and stuff like that, and then influence other immigrants to come over here? Think about it. This fool came over here, illegal immigrant, got on the system. Then this fool made thousands of dollars, you know what I'm saying, off of TikTok, right? That's the life. Came over here, got on the system, went and invaded somebody's house, right, as a squatter, lived rent-free as an immigrant, right? Started doing TikTok videos on how to live free in America, come over here, right, and getting paid off of TikTok and living off the system, and then getting on TV and Instagram bragging about it. That's life.
On the streets in the United States, they can, quote, invade empty homes and live there, saying under U.S. law, if a house is uninhabited, it can be seized, referring to squatting rights in our country. That video garnered almost 4 million views.
An influencer on TikTok appears to be trying to put...
See what I mean? You can do that.
Others on game on how to take over U.S. homes and use squatters' rights. Leonel Moreno, who appears to be a Venezuelan migrant, posted a video to the platform telling followers in Spanish, if a house is not inhabited, no one's living there, we can seize it. How much weight does this claim hold?
Moreno regularly shares on social media how he scams the system to receive money from the federal government, food stamps, and shows his social security card in posts that we've reviewed. He claims that his wife and daughter receive $350 a month from the federal government, and often flaunts the food and aid that they receive through the funding from these federal programs.
Yo facture más que ustedes sin necesidad de andar como esclavos. Capichi? Esa es la diferencia tuya.
Look at this. Look at this. This is the difference between me and you. I come over here and I make $1 million off of TikTok videos and living off the system, living rent free, right? Because they let me over here. Now think of not him. He's not the only person that's doing this. There's plenty of them doing this. They just not filming it. Ain't this waste and fraud? Right? Should this be part of fraud and abuse of the system, of the government? This fool living rent-free as an illegal immigrant, living on the system, and on top of that, getting thousands of dollars on TikTok?
Y mía. Que yo siempre voy a hacer dinero sin mucho trabajo.
Then this fool fucked up, right? Then this fool, this is the same dude. He went into a gun shop to go get a gun as an illegal immigrant. You're not supposed to possess a gun, bullets, ammunition, none of that shit. As a immigrant or as a felon, this fool goes into the gun shop and films it.
Ciudadano americano, puedo obtener un arma. Capichi. Y bueno, he estado pendiente de comprarme un R15 o una glotona. Capichi. Miren los precios, papi, de esta belleza. $1,000, $700, $600, $800 y $500. Miren esta preciosura, muchachos. Les recuerdo.
Boys, I remind you that in the United States, right? He reminded people, you come to the United States, you got to get strapped as an illegal immigrant, right? He letting those people back in Mexico come. When you cross that border, go ahead and get you a strap.
Que en Estados Unidos tienes que andar armado por tu seguridad. Como les seguía diciendo, solamente nosotros los ciudadanos americanos podemos portar armas en Estados Unidos con licencia y con prevención.
Look, prevention, I'm going to show you this type of, gun, but he they basically can let you carry a gun over here in the United States. Go ahead and get you one.
Le voy a mostrar este tipo de armas que son las glotonas, pero miren lo que tengo.
But you have to look around here, the long guns, you can get them in a...
Tengo por aquí. Las armas largas. Las puedes obtener en una tienda.
In a normal store, how I enter now. Look, he tell them how to get long guns, short guns. So he's not even just teaching illegal immigrants how to get over here and beat the system. He's teaching them how to get guns.
Normal, como esto ahorita. Ya me dieron mi propaganda y miren.
Right? Look, he possessing a gun, right? Ain't that illegal immigrant, right? Or a citizen, that's a person that's not a citizen with a firearm, and he filming it. Ain't that a felony? Right? Ain't that a felony? Trump should go after his ass. This should be somebody on Trump's hit list right here. You commit crimes.
Estoy en peligro de muerte.
Remember they called him right. They were like, okay, your ass beating the system. Remember they caught his ass, right? They's like, okay, you filming all this shit, we caught your ass. This is when Joe Biden was in office, right? Joe Biden was supposed to deport him, right? But he's from Venezuela, right? And remember, Venezuela stopped deportations of immigrants. So he couldn't get deported because he was a Venezuelan, and Venezuela wasn't taking their prisoners. So under Joe Biden, he was able to stay here because Venezuela wasn't taking their prisoners back. So he didn't have to get deported. He can stay over here and do what the fuck he want to do. Then he crying, I'm in danger. I need protection.
Necesito protección.
I am being persecuted
en Estados
in the United
Unidos.
States. He said now he's being persecuted in the United States. He ran from another country he was getting persecuted from, supposedly. Now he's getting persecuted in the United States. He's crying.
Me están persiguiendo.
They are chasing me.
Me han bloqueado mi cuenta aparece.
No more thousands of dollars. His account being blocked. No more money on TikTok. They blocked his account. They feel like, nigga, how is you getting all this money on the system? You know what I'm saying? And you got a TikTok and you're on TV with $1,000, right? There are open arrests in New York for me.
Secciones abiertas en Nueva York y yo no estoy en Nueva York. Mi gente, necesito que estén pendientes de lo que está pasando. Porque mi familia corre peligro.
Well, you got enough guns to protect them, right? Ain't that what you went in the gun store for, to get all them guns and stuff? Because you said you wasn't saving the United States. You got enough money, right? You was on TikTok flashing all them $1,000. Say you do little work for a lot of money. Well, what happened? Now you got to do a lot of work for a little money.
Corre mucho peligro, muchacho.
Boy.
Me borraron la cuenta de TikTok y la otra también.
The other one too.
He recibido muchas amenazas de gente poderosa, muchacho.
People, who in the fuck threatened you from powerful people? Joe Biden was in the administration. You wasn't threatened. You were still living in America.
Muchacho.
Muchacho.
Ayuda, por favor.
Mi familia está en peligro.
My family's in danger. Send me a cash app.
Muchachos, por favor, ayúdenme.
Please send me PayPal.
Es increíble, muchachos, pero
It's
sí.
incredibly scary. They're looking for
Hay
me, and
gente detrás
I say,
buscándome.
well, ain't you going to squatter houses, right? All you got to do is go to a different squatter house and take over their house, and the police won't know where you at because you ain't got an address. You live in other people's address. Go squat somewhere.
Y quiere hacerme daño y a mi familia.
Me and my family. Look, there his ass go. Look. Soon as Donald Trump got back in the office, guess what? They sending motherfucking Venezuelans back to Venezuela, and his ass got deported. All that stealing shit and carrying guns shit and all that, doing that shit, you wasn't gonna do that shit under Donald Trump. Watch, now they got his ass, they deported his ass. Now his ass is back where? Back in Venezuela.
Now to the immigration crackdown. Venezuela is set to resume accepting U.S. deportation flights. This is after the Trump administration sent hundreds of Venezuelans to a notorious prison in El Salvador. And as the administration remains locked in a standoff with a federal judge over the issue.
Tonight, Venezuela resumes accepting U.S. deportation flights, reversing course after the Trump administration invoked a wartime law from 1798 to deport hundreds of Venezuelan migrants with little or no due process. Those migrants now in a notorious prison in El Salvador. Venezuela's government saying, we will not rest until we achieve the return of all those in need and rescue our brothers.
Look, now the Venezuelans want to go and get their people, right? They probably was hearing it from their people, like, how you going to let our people go to an El Salvadorian prison? Bring our family members back. Bring our people back. Now all of a sudden, oh, we're going to come and we're going to do all we can to bring all the prisoners back. Now all of a sudden you want to accept them.
Will not rest until we achieve the return of all those in need and rescue our brothers kidnapped in El Salvador.
Okay, so Venezuela turned around and said, we're going to take our people back. And I'll let you send them to an El Salvadorian prison. So one of the first flights and one of the first people was our boy, the Migrant King. He was on the first thing smoking back to Venezuela.
Ahora, lo que ocurre es que con ese caballero mucha gente estaba disgustada, los que venían en el vuelo, porque su campaña fue para que los venezolanos fuesen señalados en el mundo de ser delincuentes. De muchos de los que estaban allí venían bravos.
No more squatting for him, no more TikTok for him, no more thousands of videos for him, no more welfare. But his baby mama's still out here. His baby mama's still in America. His wife's still in America. But you committed crime. You had a gun, right? You bought a gun illegally, right? And as an illegal citizen, and you put the shit on YouTube, and you committed a crime, welfare fraud, and all that, right? And you report the shit, stupid.
Desde el primer momento hubo que prestarle una seguridad especial aparte, lo pusieron, porque estaban muy disgustados los otros pasajeros, los otros compañeros que venían. Lo que hemos dicho, ojalá que se reencuentren, entren en lo que de alguna manera tiene una conducta que no es la mejor, se recuperen espiritualmente y sean capaces de comenzar de nuevo. Eso es posible si son recibidos amorosamente en sus casas, que sus familias están acá para ayudarlos.
Let me tell you something. Y'all need to find some people that actually care about their constituents. And honestly, whenever y'all are ready to work, we on this side of the aisle have always been ready to do what is right by the American people. Instead, what you can continue to do is go after the most vulnerable in our country.
It's always the most vulnerable. They always got a category: the black and brown community, the most vulnerable community, the white uneducated, unworking college uneducated white man. Right? They always got a group.
The fact that you just sat up there and somehow figured out how to tie trans folk to your argument makes no sense to me. But let me tell you something. Trans people ain't going nowhere. Just like when the racists wanted to make sure that black people somehow were going to be dismissed in this country. We ain't left either. And
Well, the trans people, according to Donald Trump, is the fuck up out of here. You know what I'm saying? You can say what you want us about black people. I'm black. I can agree with you on that, but that's a weak ass, stupid ass argument. We are all over the world. How are we going? They're going to erase people all over the world. We are in every country. They're going to erase black people. That's in fucking possible. They can blow up Africa and can't erase black people. What the fuck are you talking about, right? But they show that hell can wipe out trans with a swipe of the pen.
Now you.
Would you yield back?
I'll yield.
On day one, I made the official policy of the United States government that there are only two genders, male and female. No matter how many surgeries you have or chemicals you inject, if you're born with male DNA in every cell of your body, you can never become a woman. You know?
That nigga said, I don't give a fuck about how many surgeries you have, right? How many parts you put on to take off, how many pills, you know what I'm saying, that make you grow shit or not grow shit. I don't give a fuck what you do, right? You can't be the opposite sex. You know what I'm saying? If you're born one thing, you can't be the other. Outside the bill. You talking about I cannot wipe him off. He can't sign no bill and wipe off black people, but he sure the hell can sign a bill to knock off the transgender. Look, it's two transgender. I don't give a fuck. If you're born one way, you're going to stay that way.
And I'll yield.
Would you yield back?
I'll yield.
On day one, I made the official policy of the United States government that there are only two genders, male and female. No matter how many surgeries you have or chemicals you inject, if you're born with male DNA in every cell of your body, you can never become a woman. You're not going to be a woman.
To them, the trans kids that want to play the sports, Lord have mercy, that is the biggest issue that we had. Since when? Since when? Find the little trans child that is ruining your life. Like, I mean, I'm just...
Women, and why is it important that we understand the difference between men and women?
Well, it's sort of easy to answer for me because a woman is somebody that can have a baby under certain circumstances. She has a quality. A woman is a person who's much smarter than a man, I've always found. A woman is a person that doesn't give a man even a chance of success. And a woman's a person that in many cases has been treated very badly, because I think that what happens with this crazy issue of men being able to play in women's sports is just ridiculous and very unfair to women and very demeaning to women. And that's got to be about a 94%. I read today it was a 94% issue. And I watched the other day, a congressman, a well-known Democrat congressman, fighting for the fact that men should be allowed to compete essentially in women's sports. And I say, I hope they keep that going, because they'll never win another election. That's a big deal. But women are basically incredible people, do so much for our country. And we love our women, and we're going to take care of our women.
Whoa! So a month, right? That was a hell of a description of a woman. Remember, they tried to ask Ketanji Jackson, what is a woman? And all these Democrats, what is a woman? A woman is anything, anybody who want to be a woman. Okay, what is that? What is anybody who want to be? What does a woman describe? Donald Trump said it had a baby on some circumstances, smarter than most men. He had a joke about, you know what I'm saying, a woman's nature and stuff like that. Oh, Donald Trump is so genius, right? But a month and a half ago, this dude right here, James Carville, said the Republican Party was going to crash. Right now, Donald Trump has one of his highest approval ratings ever for him. You know, for him, we ain't saying ever for presidents. We said ever for him. If you compare him to other presidents, some of that shit was false and some of that shit was favorable and all that shit. But comparing to him, this is the best version of Donald Trump ever, right? So when they said the Democrats is going to start taking over shit, going to change their party, it seemed like they are getting worse and worse, and the Republicans are getting better and better. But instead of James Carville, like I say, instead of them admitting shit, right, they would double down. Well, what's going to happen? I said they're starting to do this. Well, you said the same thing about the election, telling people to double their money and put it on Donald Trump, and then take their money up and put it on Kamala Harris. You were talking about how it was going to be a landslide and shit like that. And then when you lost, you gonna say it's a second string and a ninth string quarterback, and people is dumb. So we can never believe you, because every time you're wrong about something, you don't admit it. You just get more angry. You know what I'm saying? He go by saying more cuss words and getting more angry and trying to make people look more stupid, right? By asking questions that he put himself in the corner to answer. You know what I'm saying? we answer these questions that you said that the Republican Party is going to have a downfall and going to explode and all. Answer these questions. Well, it's stupid to ask these questions because no, it's not stupid. Why are you offensive? Look how angry this fool is. Watch this.
A month ago, here's the full quote of what you wrote, James, in the Times. At this rate, the Trump honeymoon, will be over. Best case by Memorial Day, but more likely in the next 30 days. And in November of 2025, we start turning the tide with what will be remembered as one of the most important elections in recent years, the Virginia governor's race. You know that we extended this invitation to you a month ago when you first wrote those words, because we thought, what will Carville say when that deadline comes? What are you thinking?
Well, what tense are we on? Is it collapsing or has it collapsed? That's the only argument to have. And I was wrong. I said Memorial Day is before April Fool's Day, which the Trump administration should make a national holiday because it so accurately represents who they are. So I'm not really, we're not arguing when we look at what's happening in the markets. We look at what happened on Sigelgate. We look at what's happening all around us, treating measles with apricot pits or something like that. I think the thing is collapsed, but I'll go to you. Let's take the middle ground here and say it's collapsing. And
I think it's collapsing, but we're going to take the middle ground and say it's collapsing. Never admit he's wrong. Never do that.
I'll meet you halfway, but that's about all I can do.
Harry Enton, I really respect his opinion. He crunches numbers for us here at CNN, and he spoke to Trump and right track, wrong track numbers. Let's roll the clip and then have James respond. Go ahead.
Sure.
All we talk about is how unpopular Donald Trump is. But in reality, he's basically more popular than he was at any point in term number one, and more popular than he was when he won election back in November of 2024.
I mean, James, to have these numbers and be any other newly inaugurated president, you'd be regarded as a disaster. But for him, doesn't Harry have a point? His base is holding, and as compared to his other numbers, he's doing quite well.
Well, he's a mathematical genius. He knows algorithms. He knows regression analysis.
Look at that big chocolate cocoa. He don't want to admit that shit. Oh, he's an expert. He knows this. He knows that. No, he knows what the people are saying, right? But I go with something else. You went with something else last time and you lost.
He can look at things. Myself, I'm a humble political consultant. What I look at is election returns. Yeah, voters voting. If you notice, Trump couldn't put Stefanik as UN ambassador because they were scared they were going to lose a district that Trump carried by 20. I'm going to read the election returns in Wisconsin on Tuesday night. I'm not going to do a regression analysis or anything or complicated mathematical formula. So I guess what it comes down to, I'm just too dumb.
When you wrote in the Times and you spoke of rolling over and playing dead, you said, allow the Republicans to crumble beneath their own weight and make the...
Chocolate Cocoa, look at it. Look at it. You giving it to him. You got to admit, CNN say, hey, man, what about this shit you saying? What about the Republican Party crumbling? What about that shit you saying? But, you know, he only going to get madder.
American people miss us. But if the approval rating of the Democratic Party is at 29%, according to CNN's data, who's missing Democrats right now? They might be upset with Trump, but who's really missing the Democrats?
Well, first of all, this is a glorious opportunity for the Democratic Party to redefine itself, to take this.
When they going to start? What they going to refine themselves with? Right? Who they going to refine themselves with? Right? What politics are they going to refine themselves with? Like, I don't know. Like you said, redefine themselves. They doing the same shit. Transgenders, gays, and immigrants. And Trump's a racist. Like, they doing the same shit. How are they redefining themselves? They've been calling Trump as racist for the last 12 years. Nazi, white supremacists, you know what I'm saying? All that for the last 12 years. What redefining they going to do? Or could they do?
This is what it is, and apparently some people in the news media are not. It's the gravest crisis we've had in the United States in the last 80 years. You understand what we're looking at? We're looking at the kind of end of the rule of law. We're looking at nincompoops and blockheads and buffoons running the country.
But when Joe Biden was president, we had a genius running the country, right? We had a genius running the country. When Joe Biden was running the country, we had a straight genius. That's the person you wanted. Right? The straight genius. Kamala Harris, a straight genius. But now we got buffoons.
And again, I had no idea. I thought I'd have to wait longer for the imminent collapse. It happened even faster than I could imagine. So I don't know exactly what we're arguing about. They won't run in a +20 district. I don't think they're going to do that well in Wisconsin. Let's see what happens in Florida. But you got people that represent states and congressional districts that have a 15, 20 or more partisan lean to the Democrats, and they're kind of motor mouth caucus. You know, get elected governor of Georgia, then I'll be impressed. Or do as my friend Andy Beshear did, get elected governor of Kentucky, then come back and see me. But
okay,
I think the party can redefine itself.
Still staying focused now on your side of the aisle. Here's what Governor Newsom said last night to Bill Maher. Roll it.
We just have to continue to talk to ourselves, or we're in the same damn echo chamber. These guys are crushing us. The Democratic brand is toxic right now. We had a high water mark 2 weeks ago, and that was a CNN poll at 29% favorability. It's dropped in the NBC poll down to 27%. It's one thing to make noise, but you also have to make sense.
He says the Democratic brand is toxic right now. What?
That's why he's trying to get his ass up out of there. These motherfuckers is crazy. I need to separate myself from these motherfuckers. I need to start telling the truth. I need to get in the middle. I need to become progressive. I need to do something because these motherfuckers right here is nuts.
What are Democrats doing to fill the vacuum or the void that Trump is leaving open?
Well, let's see how toxic it is in Wisconsin, all right? I mean, the toxicity is relative to your opponents. The second thing is, I'm not going to get bent out of shape about the party rating in March of an odd number year. Let's see what happens in Virginia. Let's see what happens when we have these really, really talented people run for president. This whole thing is, and the Democrats, they had 127, what they going to do? They have a chance to redefine themselves, to talk about issues that matter to people, and get away from this idiocy, +25 Democratic identity politics, which hurt us more than anything. But I think we're away from that. And I think you see some real talent. But it doesn't matter what the party rating is. What matters are elections. I cannot drive that point home enough. There did a movie about me, and I love the title, Winning is Everything, Stupid. And the reason people don't like the Democrats is we didn't win. And until we win, I'm not going to like the Democrats.
Hello?
Hello, I'm trying to reach Jasmine. Jasmine Crocket?
Yeah, who is this?
This is...
Hold on. Did y'all see Jasmine Crocket get punked? Did y'all put a one in the chat if you saw Jasmine Crocket get punked right on the damn Steve Harvey show? Put a one in the chat right now if you saw Jasmine Crocket get her punk ass punked right now. Jasmine Crocket finna get her ass fired for this. Now this finna go viral. Jasmine Crocket finna get her ass fired because she was embarrassed and she got her ass exposed. I don't know if you saw this. Miss Chocolate Coco, did you see this shit? Put a one in the chat if you saw this, Miss Chocolate Coco. Put a one in the chat if you have saw this shit right here. This is hilarious. Right, her ass is gonna get fired for sure. This was like the perfect skit to get her ass fired. And at the end, she was like, "No, you didn't. Oh, you didn't. Oh, are you gonna roll your ass off? Right, here I go. I'm gonna play it right now. Here I go."
Terrence, this is Terrence. I'm a president over here at OBB out of the Dallas chapter.
What is OBB? How did you get my number?
Okay, I got your number from Benjamin Crump. He gave me your number. And OBB is Our Black Businesses. I've met you before. Didn't you work at Lee Merritt's office for a while?
Yeah, we worked together for a second. Yeah, we worked together for a second, yeah.
Okay, I was actually working at Lee's place. I think you had just gotten there when I was leaving. But I wanted to give you a call because here at OBB, we got a bit of a problem now. We were about to get an award from the Dallas Morning News. We was about to get
well, congratulations. That's awesome.
Well, no, we didn't get it. So we was about to get a Benchmark Business Award, which came with a $2 million grant where we could help a whole lot of black businesses. Now, the problem is we was denied that, and they saying they denied us from some stupid that you said on TV.
They said we denied us for some stupid shit you said on TV. Like, pick your choice. She said a lot of stupid shit on TV, right? She was stuck like, yeah, you done denied us. Now this is one of the coldest pranks I ever heard, right? because they supposed to be friendly with her, and they picked the perfect topic where she can't really answer. You know what I'm saying? Miss Chocolate Coco, we heard you been saying some shit on stuff, and we got denied this money, right? And he played her so excellent as far as her trying to get off the phone and stuff like that, and him trying to basically blame her and talk about her mouth and shit like that. Her talking and she needs to shut the fuck up, right? But he played it perfect. This is like the perfect prank. I think, right? She was embarrassed by this prank. I think this prank is going to hit home. People are going to use this prank. She tried to come back when she was talking about black businesses, but you can hear when he said this is a prank, she was like, oh, this is fucked up. This is the wrong time to be doing this, especially with the mouth shit. Let's go.
And they saying they denied us from some stupid that you said on TV. So they saying that we got denied of a benchmark business award. They supposed to give us $2 million. We're going to help a lot of business with this. But some that you said on TV, and now they hesitant on giving black organizations any kind of fund.
Well, it probably ain't nothing that I said. It's probably something that Trump didn't say.
It's that I said, blame Donald Trump. Don't blame me. Blame Donald Trump. No, bitch, it's your ass. You said the racist shit. No, blame Donald Trump. Don't blame me.
It ain't got nothing to do with me.
At the end of the day, we need you not to say nothing for the next 4 years, because this is creating a big problem. Yeah, I mean, you say.
I don't even know. Okay.
Look, we don't need your ass to say nothing for the next 4 years. The next 4 years. You gonna tell a black woman to shut the fuck up for 4 years, especially a black woman with her mouth just found herself and found her voice, right? And she can be ghetto if she wanted to, everything she done dreamed up, and you want her to stop this and shut the fuck up? Nigga, please.
It ain't got nothing to do with me.
At the end of the day, we need you not to say nothing for the next 4 years, because this is creating a big problem. Yeah, I mean, you say.
I don't even know. Okay. I'm going to have to direct you to my staff. I only continued this conversation because you said that you knew Benjamin Crump, and Crump is like a big brother of mine. So if he gave you my number, he does not do that lightly. So I'm not really sure what's going on.
He is a friend of mine as well. The problem is that the that you saying is the problem that I got. And I'm trying to get you to be quiet before you. Some of these Republicans are good white folks. You know what I'm saying?
Look, I need you to shut the fuck up for 4 years and shut your damn mouth, right? Don't say shit for 4 years. Some of the Republicans is good white folks. She gonna be like, which one? Name a good Republican white folk. Like, damn, bitch, not one? Name one. Right? He said, we don't need you to shut the fuck up for 4 years.
The problem is that the that you saying is the problem that I got. And I'm trying to get you to be quiet before you. Some of these Republicans are good white folks. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Well, name them for me.
I don't have it.
But nevertheless, I don't know how you got my number, and I'm gonna have to have a conversation with Ben because we have never had this type of situation, and I am sorry that you felt like I had something to do with you losing your award. Listen, I want all my black businesses to survive and thrive, and so if there's anything that we can.
So what are you doing? What are you doing, Jasmine? What are you doing for black business? What are you doing?
Listen, I do a ton. If you are familiar with the leadership under Pete Buttigieg with the Department of Transportation, the things that we did was we tried to insulate black businesses from an incoming crazy regime like the one that we've had to make sure that they could still get.
You heard that bitch say, look at Pete Buttigieg, we try to get jobs for black people coming from a crazy regime. I like, what? That's not shit you doing.
Those contracts to be able to go out and work on these big infrastructure projects and things like that. And I honestly have a great relationship with the black businesses in my community. I'm surprised that I've never met you. I work with the Black Chamber of Business, and we always do events together. And I would love to bring you and your organization into the fold. But this, I gotta go, but you can call my office and my staff can help you.
So you guys, now you ain't got time for black people. You ain't got time to talk to me.
No,
you got to go.
No, but now I work with black businesses all the time, but I gotta go. Oh, now you gotta go, huh? Now you ain't got time to talk to a black business owner, huh? All of a sudden, now you got to go, huh? No, really got to go. So no, oh, now you got to go, huh? Oh, I see how this goes.
You got to run.
I always have to, but this is.
You got time to talk to me.
No,
you got to go. You got to run.
I always have to, but this is getting a little bit more hostile than I typically like to deal with. Because if you've seen me, I know how to pop off, and I don't want to pop off because I understand your frustration. You're talking about losing $2 million. So I get it, but I would rather be productive and figure out how we can get that money back for you. I know people at Dallas Morning News, and so hopefully I can assist you with that, but I can assure you that that money doesn't have anything to do with me and anything that I've said.
They saying this is behind some they saying this is behind some shit you definitely said. You said some shit on TV, and this is the reason why they holding back on giving us the grant for my organization.
Oh, okay.
And I'm sure this probably started when you got on there with that white lady with that bleach blonde bad built beach body. When you did that,
I'm sure it started with that white girl, that blonde beach body. When it started with that, right? I had something for that. I had something for that. Where is that? Here you go. This right here goes.
Bleach blonde, bad built, bleach blonde, bad built, bleach blonde, bad built, butch body.
A what now? A what now?
Spring the wing makes
Bleach blonde, bad built, bleach blonde, bad built, bleach blonde, bad built, butch body.
A what now?
Bleach blonde, bad built, bleach blonde, bad built, bleach blonde, bad built, butch body. I'm just curious. Bad built, bad built, bad built, bad built, bad built, bad built, butch body.
A what now?
Bad built, bad built, bad built, bad built, bad built, bad built, butch body, butch body. Bleach blonde, bad built, bleach blonde, bad built, bleach blonde, bad built, butch body.
A what now?
Bleach blonde, bad built, bleach blonde, bad built, bleach blonde, bad built, butch body. Butch
I'm trying to get clarification.
Look,
If I come and talk shit about her, y'all gonna have a problem. Calm down. Don't tell me to calm down.
Beach blonde bad body. Bleach blonde bad body. You gotta have a beach blonde bad body. You gotta have a beach blonde bad body.
That's probably what that bleach blonde bad built beach body. When you did that, that's probably what created the problem on now.
I don't think so. You know, honestly, that was a white woman at work that disrespected me, and I got nothing but love when I called Martin a bleach blonde bad built bush body. So
I don't think you know what you're here for.
Well, you the one talking about.
I think your fake eyelashes are messing up.
No, ain't nothing.
Hold on.
Listen.
Order, Mr. Chairman.
That's beneath even your
Now the chair recognizes Ms. Green for 4 minutes and 21 seconds.
Mr. Chair, point of order.
Who's?
It's me.
Ms. Crocket.
I'm just curious, just to better understand your ruling. If someone on this committee then
Wait. He said the funniest. James Comer said the funniest. He said a what? He didn't know what, because he said, I wear 2 hearing aids, and you got to excuse me, but he didn't know what the fuck Jasmine Crocket said. And he had to explain to him what she said. Like, what the fuck she didn't say? Oh, what she said was, they was like trying to like, no, strike it. We don't want to bring it back up, right? But he didn't know what the fuck she said. Watch his reaction. He's like, a what? You can't hear word for shit. He's like, a what?
starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
A what now?
Listen, he was about to say it again, and she laughed. Yeah, she know he can't hear. He said, what now? He was serious, and everybody want to laugh, and everybody looking around at each other like, what this bitch say? And he's like, what now? Like, no, don't say it again. Strike the motion. Don't do it again. It's my turn. Don't let us say it again. We don't need to hear it again, James Comer. He's like, what now?
then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body that would not be engaged.
Look how the nigga look. Look how this nigga look. When he said, look how this nigga look when he said James, whatever this nigga name is. Look how he looked when he said bad butch body. Look how he looked. This is watch his reaction. He like, what? He don't know no reaction, but he don't know the fuck he said. Watch his reaction. James Raskin.
About somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
A what now?
Chairman, I make a motion to strike those words.
I don't think that's
Hold
a
on.
parliament.
I'm trying to find clarification on what quality.
Chairman, motion to strike those words. We're not gonna do this. Look, you guys earlier literally just said
You just voted to do
Y'all
it.
did it first, so you don't
just voted to do it.
Order.
I'm trying to get clarification.
Look, calm down.
No, because this is what y'all do. So I'm trying to get
Miss
clarification.
Crocket, you're not recognized. Miss
I can't hear
Crocket.
you with your
And
yelling.
you don't want
Calm
me
down.
to be,
Can you please calm
don't
down?
tell me to calm down.
Calm down.
Because y'all talk
calm
noise
down.
and then
You're
can't
out of
take
control.
Because if I
Look,
come,
Chairman,
if I
can
come
we
and
send
talk
outside to
shit
take a
about
break
her,
for 5
y'all
minutes?
gonna have a problem.
Mr.
Order.
Chairman.
Chair.
I know why
Okay.
you're
Order.
acting
Chair
like
now
that.
recognizes
Not cute.
Miss Green for 4 minutes and 21 seconds. 4 minutes. Let Miss Green talk, and then I'll recognize.
But I
one
moved to
on the side.
strike her words for a second time based on her second set of personal remarks attacking another member.
Who? Chairman Comer.
Because you all cannot
I have an
seem
amendment at
to
the desk,
apply
and this
the rules
sideshow
of the
needs to
committee.
stop.
We have
Let's go. No. What the fuck going on? You're like, who, what? This nigga don't know what the fuck going on. He asking for help, like to translate this shit. He don't know what the fuck going on.
to do this every time.
Hey,
I'm
Listen,
recognized. I'm recognized. I'm going to go ahead and start talking.
Look, I know. Look, I don't know if you've noticed it. I have 2 hearing aids. I'm very deaf. I'm not understanding. Everybody's yelling. I'm doing the best I can. Can we not recognize Ms. Green and let her
We
get?
cannot because of the rules of the committee, Mr. Chair. That is what I'm trying to communicate in the present moment.
We have a Okay, what's the motion?
They confused motherfuckers whispering in one ear, yelling in one ear. This motherfucker like, you don't know what the fuck. James don't know what the fuck to do. This motherfucker want a resolution. This motherfucker want their time. This bitch want to rebuke some shit. James like, what the fuck is going on?
What's
The motion is to strike the gentlelady's words for the second set of remarks, not the first, the second that apply to me.
She has no idea. I think, Mr. Chairman, I'm the only one recognized right now.
We objected at the time.
Will the member state the word she wishes
Yes.
struck?
She told me, or she asserted that I was not intelligent. These are the specific words. We can have it read by the clerk.
It was made immediately.
And it was made immediately. I am not moving now.
I don't think it was
I am not
timely.
moving
It was made
now.
immediately, both by the gentlelady and by me.
Mr.
Guys,
Chair,
look.
it was made immediately.
It was made
and you
immediately,
said
both by
that
the
you would
gentlelady and by
return
me.
to us.
Guys,
She said, you don't have the intelligence to talk to me, is what she said.
You have the intelligence to talk to me. Oh, you got one bad eyelashes, and bitch, you ain't got the intelligence to talk to me. You's a waitress.
Chair recognizes Ms. Green for 4 minutes and 21 seconds.
Mr. Chair, what is happening with the ruling?
Wait. We gotta hear one more. We gotta hear one more song. We gotta hear one more song today. We gotta hear one more song to Crazy Ass Women. We gotta hear one more song to Crazy Ass Women. One more song to Crazy Ass Women. Right here you go. Right here.
You really can't make this stuff.
You keep that mess in your
Damn.
Here you go.
bedroom. So like I said, your porn days is over, sis.
This woman lost her damn mind. Lost her damn mind. This woman lost her damn mind. Lost her damn mind. This woman lost her damn mind. Lost her damn mind. This woman lost her damn mind.
Crocket done lost her damn mind.
She pulls out her breast. She's juggling them. She's juggling them. Look like she about to fall. She pulls out her breast. She's juggling them. She's juggling them. You really can't make this stuff up. Then she bends over and pulls out her panties. Spreads her cheeks. Spreads her cheeks. I'm not lying. Then she bends over and pulls out her panties. Spreads her cheeks. But all you could see was cellulite hanging in pubic hair.
Your porn days is over, sis. Your porn days is over, sis. You keep that mess in your bedroom. Your porn days is over, sis. Period. period. Your porn days is over, sis.
Built at its finest. This woman lost her damn mind.
Yeah, lost her damn mind.
This woman
Lost her damn mind.
Lost her damn mind. This woman
Lost her damn mind.
She had lost her damn mind. This woman lost her damn mind. Then she bends over and pulls out a penny. Spreads her cheeks. Spreads her cheeks. I'm not lying.
She lost her damn mind. She done lost her damn mind. Miss Crocket done lost her damn mind. Let's finish getting back to her getting punked, right? Because she's going to lose her job over this.
A lot of people were happy that I stood up to a bully. In the same way you and your organization are being bullied out of y'all's money, I am going to absolutely make sure that I fight those bullies back on your behalf. So you should just take from that moment and recognize that I cannot be pushed around by anybody.
You messed up all our money, and now you're trying to figure out why I'm upset about it. Yeah, I'm upset about it. I'm trying to get you to understand. But really, honestly, for the next 4 years, we need you to sit down and be quiet. That's what we really need you to do.
Sir, like, I mean, I don't want to fight. It sounds like you want to fight, but listen, as a public servant, I am really trying to serve the people. So just tell me how it is that I can help you instead of fighting with me. What we need to do is focus on how we're going to get you your money, and I am committed to that.
But can I tell you one more thing before you go?
Absolutely, sir. I'm listening.
Jasmine, this is nephew Tommy.
Look. Watch how embarrassed she is. She like, no, this is not the time to play like that. Have me exposed to the world like this. Oh my God. Look how embarrassed her voice is, Miss Chocolate Coco. She got her ass embarrassed.
From the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
No! Do you know how crazy my life is? And you over here playing on my phone? Like, seriously? Like, I got people coming left and right complaining about everything under the sun. And you over here playing on my phone? Like, I don't even want to know how and why. Like, I legitimately don't even know. I don't even want to know. Like, but this ain't the time.
I know.
He laughing at her. Like, he laughing like, I know I fucked up. That's a nervous laugh. Like, I think I really fucked up. But for the audience's sake, I got to try to laugh this shit off. He know he fucked up, and she didn't like that joke. I can tell that laugh.
No, but listen, let me just say this. We are behind you. We love you 100%, especially here at the Steve Harvey Morning Show. But come on, Jan, I had to get you. I had to call. I had to try.
This is not what I needed. But I guess I'll love y'all one day.
Just tell me this. What is the baddest, and I mean the baddest radio show in the land?
The Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Jasmine, I got you.
Oh, yeah, her ass talking about what good white folks is on here. What the name of good white folks is. Oh, her ass is gone. She got blame Donald Trump for it. Donald Trump, this, that. What you done for the community? Oh, the Pete Buttigieg, I was trying to give people jobs. And, like, you said nothing of substance. You said nothing of substance, but her ass is gone down the drain. She called people. If this is what they want to run their party, by all means, go ahead. Go ahead and get the person that talked about handicapped people, white people, call people racist. I mean, she's like Joy Reid extreme. I thought Joy Reid was bad. I'm like, this bitch right here. But let me get up out of here. Let me get another show ready for y'all tomorrow. Thank Miss Chocolate Coco for being up, being up late so y'all can get a show tonight. Now I could do a show for y'all tomorrow. So come on back tomorrow. We got more show, more fun, more laugh, and more news and more information on something that's funny tomorrow. Hope you can come on back tomorrow. And I will see. Oh, I pushed the wrong thing. Oops, right here. And I will see you on the flip side.